it is National Cat Day.
Okay, so they took cats onto the vomit comet. They don't do so well. Several psychopaths out there were like, oh, that's actually a pretty good idea.
You know what? Once I saw that bill, I was like, you're never stepping foot outside again. Okay.
Don't do that in my bed.
Yeah, you're not getting in here. The girl is like 240 pounds.
Oh, shit. Especially just the part where there's a laptop on a laptop. And I'm wearing cat ears.
Yeah, baby. Imagine, like, this is a thing for some people. Like, you and, like, two dudes in a room with cat ears, like, this is doing it for someone right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
One of our viewers is totally into this.
I remember a while back I saw this thing that was cat ears, but it was motorized, and it had...
Oh, they would move?
It had a little contact, like electrical contact with your forehead.
Yeah.
And it would like the cat ears would wiggle depending on like your mood.
Oh, that's cool. It's like a mood ring, but cat ear style.
Yes.
That's pretty dope, actually. But the reason why Ian and I are wearing cat ears in this episode is because on the day of this film shoot, it is National Cat Day.
Woohoo.
Here in the U.S. It's funny how this came about because my girlfriend and I were talking about like how do I optimize the pod? How do I make it more, because it seems so like general, so vague sometimes where it doesn't really have a focus. I was like, what if we like niched down? She kept saying like, why don't you niche it down? And I was like, what if we just, it just came to mind. I was like, what if we had a cat episode? And then I happened to just Google, when's National Cat Day? And it literally happened to be today. It's divine intervention, dude.
The internet loves cats, man.
Dude, I was like, but it's a foolproof model. Cats on the internet, you can't go wrong.
Not gonna lie, you look pretty cute with cat ears.
As do you. Well, I think that's the whole thing about cats, right? Is like you put cat ears on anything. You could put it on, I don't know, Lawrence Fishburne, and you'd be like, he's adorable. You put cat ears on anyone or anything, and they're instantly cute. It doesn't matter. That's why cat girls are a thing. You know?
Oh yeah, that's that. I don't know if we should venture that direction.
We probably shouldn't. That would be a disservice probably to honoring cats in an episode. So we'll save that for a later time when we're feeling more shameful. But dude, we used to worship cats.
I mean, I didn't.
Okay, yeah. Fair. But our ancestors used to.
Yeah.
You know?
In ancient Egypt,
yeah,
cats were revered.
Right.
They were like. They were hot shit.
They were the boss. They would model their deities after cats. They all had cat heads. All their gods had the heads of cats.
Except for the ones that had like alligator heads and other animal heads.
Yeah, I feel like those are the lesser gods. You know, like cats clearly, like you even see like viral videos now of like there will be a cat like just with an alligator. Just because cats are just dicks like that. But that's what makes them so cool. I obviously am coming from a bias here. I own 2 cats. I've had 2 cats for over 10 years now. And maybe you come from a bias at some point along this because you've lived with me for a while now. And I don't know if you were necessarily a cat person before that, but I feel like you've gotten a bit attached to my cats and they've sort of convinced you to be a cat person to a degree.
Yes. I came from a place of not being a cat person.
Same. Before I had my cats, yeah.
And your cats... they did their mind control shit on me and made me enjoy their company,
as they did on all of Egypt.
Yes,
apparently.
But in general, I'm not like a converted cat person across the board. Like there are 2 cats in this world that I really actually enjoy and appreciate.
Right.
I have learned to enjoy petting a stray cat,
yeah,
whatever, but for the most part I'm not a dyed in the wool cat person.
Yeah. I mean, and that's cats for you, is that it takes time to get to know a cat and for the cat to know you before you can form a bond. With a dog, you're instant best friends. You just click instantly. Like they just have that nature in them where it's like I love you. I just this is the first time meeting and you're my best friend.
Yeah.
But a cat is like, no, you gotta spend some time. It's like, but I kind of respect that almost because it's almost like dating, right?
Yeah.
Like a person who's just immediately attached to you on the first date. You're like, a little sussed out. You're like, okay, there's some red tape here.
I mean, dogs do have, you have to build trust with them and build rapport.
Of course, but
cats are much more complicated.
It's a higher barrier to entry.
And they're deep down, they're assholes.
Why do you think you're not a cat person?
I didn't grow up with cats. As a child, my experience with cats was very colored due to their capricious nature.
Whoa, colored. Let's not get too deep into things right now. That seems a bit
different in a meaning of colored.
I'll give you a pass.
You're so liberal with those passes. I had some encounters with cats where I was like, oh, these are cool. They're interesting. They're very standoffish. Maybe it likes me, and then just like swipe, like slice me open.
Oh, really? They would attack.
Yeah.
You had some violence.
I had, and it made me kind of resentful because I'm like,
yeah,
I'm being nice to you, and you just claw the shit out of me for no reason.
Yeah. Like dogs are like Californians and cats are like New Yorkers. You know what I mean? Like, don't touch me, bro. Like, they're soft on the inside, but they have a rough exterior.
Yeah.
And it's like you really have to build a rapport with them.
So I never really spent much time around cats until I spent time around your cats.
Yeah. I didn't spend time around cats at all until I got my cats. I always tried to spend time around cats when I was younger. I'd be running around on the outside in like the cul-de-sac of my neighborhood, playing with my friends as a kid, and there'd be stray cats all over the place. And I would always try to come up to them and like pet them or whatever, and they would always bounce. They would always run away. And that made me very resentful to cats at a very young age.
Because you were just like, I can only take so much rejection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was a me problem. It was a me problem, not a them problem. And I just grew up kind of despising cats like this. And then once I got mine, everything changed,
Yeah, so I think we actually came from a similar place of like
definitely
sort of feeling resentment towards cats.
Yeah.
And then being won over by a couple of them.
They worked their way into our hearts.
Yeah.
But we've got a great menu of cat content today. I will say I've done some research on cats. We've got AI cat images that we can show you guys. You guys are gonna flip when you see these images. These are all AI generated images of cats from people on the web, people that probably have a much better understanding of AI than I do, and are able to generate some good prompt engineers here. So we've got Sir Catlahad. Right here with a decked out, blinged out armor. We've got Jedi Cat.
Okay.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Now it's interesting because the lightsaber is almost turning red.
Ooh.
So it's like this cat could go either way.
Really open to interpretation.
I like how the cat ears just come seamlessly through the hood.
Yeah, it's a very inclusive hood. It's like, we made this cat friendly. Poke a couple holes in this, slit a couple slots. This is like the 50 Cent.
This cat is a G.
This is Andrew Tate cat.
So it's a wannabe.
Yeah, it's a wannabe cat, bro.
Okay.
Probably got arrested. This is another flex cat. What real person, what human do you think this represents?
The color scheme doesn't match the culture.
Yeah, which I kind of like.
Yeah, like the aqua. I don't know, is that aqua or teal?
Yeah, it's an odd.
You don't see that in hip hop,
gangsta rap. Yeah, but he has like the bling of Lil Wayne, but the attitude of Eminem.
I can see that.
And then we've got the samurai cat.
Oh yeah. Covered in blood.
Dude's been through battle. We've got artistic paint cat.
I think that cat is ascending to a new level of consciousness.
It's this cat on shrooms.
That's Mr. Business right there. Cat
of Wall Street.
Yep. That cat is definitely shorting some stocks.
We've got Call of Duty.
Battlefield cat.
COD kitty. I really like that one. And then this one's just fun.
Is that a centipede with a cat's head?
What? Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I mean, look at the.
Oh, there's the side.
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of
down to the left.
Oh, here?
Yeah. What's going on there?
I didn't even see that. I think that's just AI trying to render paws, and
it's got like 6 paws.
So maybe it's millipede cat. This one's pretty badass. I feel like this embodies my spirit the most.
That is very you.
Yeah, right?
Especially just the part where there's a laptop on a laptop.
I didn't even notice that. Holy crap. That is so true. That is actually so true. It's just
because I can absolutely see you on a yacht. Just you have a laptop, and you're and it's such a big laptop. You're like, I don't even like using this laptop. I just use it as a holder for my other smaller.
This is
laptop.
like as a tech YouTuber, like this is a tech YouTuber thing. Like we've used laptops as mouse pads before.
Oh yeah.
We're like, I need a flat, smooth surface. I've got 12 XPSs just standing by. Another Cat of Wall Street.
That's Scrooge McDuck
big
cat.
baller. Yes. This is kind of a, I don't know, pretty cyber. I don't know. It's not cyber.
Looks like a
hippie futuristic cat.
Exploring other planets cat.
Yeah, for sure. Destiny cat. We've got
that cat can do some math.
like he's
orbital,
so smart.
Orbital mechanics. That's what that cat does.
He's so smart that he's not good socially.
No,
he's not a good social cat.
No, he's just.
But he can
all
crunch.
About, yeah,
he can crunch numbers.
Exactly.
And then another Jedi cat. I think this silhouette is so nice.
That's much better than the other one, honestly.
Yeah, it's a good poster right there. This is like what my mom would have in her room. Just fucking Cyber Kitty, pink extreme. It was like Hello Kitty, I guess, on crack.
But it has wheels in the back?
I don't know if that's a wheel or if it's just a cybernetic egg that emits catnip from its core.
Okay.
This one's one of my faves. I really
solid.
love this one. This would be you as a cat. So the other one was me as a cat. This is you as a cat.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I feel complimented.
Yeah, you're doing productive things. I'm just on Pornhub.
This cat is doing business in a bar.
But although it's not as productive as you might think, you're looking to explode something that shouldn't be exploded.
I mean, what shouldn't be exploded?
And herein lies the problem. Herein lies my point. This one's cute. Oh wait, hold
Avatar
on.
cats?
Yeah, actually. Avatar kitties. More of that. Also, robot kitty.
Okay.
I feel like we're just a few years away from having something like this in all of our homes.
Dude, we had like a full-on robot dog from Sony like 15 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Dude, imagine it now.
And people loved those things. Like there was a small but hardcore like crowd of people who were like, they couldn't find replacement parts for them. It was heartbreaking when their robot dog was dying.
Maybe some practical uses, but also kind of creepy. There's just like an AI walking around your house. I don't like that. Don't give it legs, bro. Don't give it arms. Don't give it a stabbing motion.
I feel like if I was going to have a service robot in my house, I would want a kill switch.
Yeah.
I would want like just around my neck, just like remove it, just pulls the battery out of the thing.
Right, instantly, or self-destructs or whatever.
It doesn't have to be destructive. It just deactivates it immediately.
See that alone, knowing that I had to have a kill switch around my neck would make me feel uncomfortable.
Right.
That like just the idea that I might need to use this
is
already terrifying enough. But I guess you could say the same thing about having like a gun in the home for self-defense. Like,
I'm just channeling Will Smith from iRobot.
We've seen too many movies at this point. We know what could happen. We know what happened to Smith.
Yes. The robots will turn on you. So you have to, I mean, like, they're inevitable, right? So at least have
a kill switch.
And the kill switch is really simple. It's just there's a spring or thing, compressed air thing.
Yeah.
That just ejects the battery straight out of it.
It just pops it out, shoots it out.
Yep. So you hit the kill switch,
Yeah.
it loses all power. All you have to do is put the battery back in when you're ready to bring it back online.
Dude, I'm so paranoid. I need something more foolproof. I think like the kill switch activation would just be like my scream. If I scream, it you know, because otherwise, like you could be sleeping and the AI could kill you, or the AI could take the kill switch off of you somehow.
True.
Right? It would have to be.
What if you see a spider and you scream and it just turns off your AI?
I mean, no harm, no foul. Like there's nothing lost, really.
But you could have instructed it to kill the spider.
I'll quickly, you know, pop in the spare battery and just have it get back to work, you know, false alarm. Okay. You scream, the battery ejects, but if you say just kidding within the next 5 seconds, the backup battery,
No backups.
But it's foolproof. It's foolproof. There's a backup battery, but only activated when you say just kidding, and then it can kill the spider. And then you eventually, you know, put the real battery back in.
You have
the main
to,
battery.
you have to specifically say spider scream.
Spider scream.
Not just kidding.
Spider scream.
That's the one exception case. If you're gonna have a backup power unit in that thing,
or at some point AI will be so good it'll be able to detect what kind of scream I emit based on the stimulus that I'm getting. So whether it's a spider scream or a human
then
threat
it's like,
scream.
would you like me to join? You're like, Alexa, no.
Can I participate, please?
I do not consent.
I do not will it. Oh God. AI, thanks for being fun for the time being before you just take over society and we all.
It's the solid days of AI.
We all die. Yeah, we'll look back fondly on this era. I remember before they were in control.
Yeah, before I was a human battery.
Oh God. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. All right, let's look at some other cats that also are not ours. These are from our very own Discord members. Thank you guys for submitting these. From Deeth. Potato quality because 2016, but my cat Socks always attacked the World of Warcraft critters when I played.
Get it. Oh God. It's mocking you. Get it.
It's mocking you.
Oh God.
It hates you. It's laughing in your face. Dude, kittens are the best. God, so good.
Now, do
So
cat
good.
claws scratch
Screens? The thing is, like, they probably do if a cat is actively trying to scratch it. But I think in that case,
I was just
they're
batting
just
at
pawing.
it?
They're just
Okay.
using the soft prints of their paw.
Okay.
So there's no harm there.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, because otherwise I'd have way more scratches on my screens by now. Oh, this is a classic laser pointer move. I can see the laser pointer on the pillow. This cat is definitely about to not get the laser pointer. That was very, very good.
And it's just like, no biggie.
I just love this stupid cat. Dude. Okay, we have to talk about this because the blink, dude, the slow blink. Wait, what was that noise? Did you hear the noise?
Yeah.
What's the noise from?
I don't know.
Is he
It sounds like
inserting that?
it sounds like a wood block in the distance.
But is it coincidental or
I don't
did
know.
he edit that in?
If it was in the background, that was just serendipity. If it was edited in, that was well done. That would actually make a pretty good loop image for a CPU cooler.
100%. Just having that on the pump block.
Yep.
But like some cats, just especially one of mine, just happen to look like permaderp.
Yeah.
They just have this permaderp.
The girl is permaderp.
Look on their face. What causes? I'm curious to know. Is it just?
I think it has to do with.
Are they really just dumb?
My theory is that it's a combination of pigmentation and facial structure, because cats' facial structure can vary significantly. You know,
Interesting.
Grumpy Cat.
Yeah.
Grumpy Cat had like a really bad underbite or something.
Yeah, and he had the dwarfism as well, which
Yeah,
contributed to it. But yeah, the underbite as well.
So I think the girl has some coloration that contributes to the derpy look, but also
Yeah.
she just looks really damn derpy.
I honestly think a lot of it too is also in the eyes.
Yeah.
Like she just has those like like bulge eyes, kind of like this. Mm-hmm. Where I think one of our friends was like, "It looks like the lights are on, but no one's home." Could not be more accurate. Yeah. There are just some cats that just look like they're spaced out.
She's kind of perma-fried looking.
She is. I'm like, dude, did I give you something back in the day?
Too much nip.
We've got this. Kind of looks almost like a ultra wide wallpaper. I'm pretty impressed by the quality of this.
That's
and the staging and everything. Like, how'd you get that picture of this cat? It's a pretty cool cat. This looks weird. I don't know if this is photoshopped. This is photoshopped, right? That's like a photoshopped cat on the bed.
I can't analyze the pixels from here.
Oh, really?
I don't know how to...
Dude, that's photoshopped. That's totally photoshopped.
Okay, yeah.
That's not real.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this looks like a satanic sacrifice. This one's really funny.
Mm-hmm. Investigating.
There's a fly. There's a fly running around.
Oh, I see.
He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. Thank you guys for submitting those. That was really fun. All the our Discord member cat community. I was looking up cat facts the other day for this episode. So many interesting cat facts. You know that more than half of cats sleep 12 to 18 hours a day, with about 40% of them sleeping over 18 hours a day.
I'm kind of jealous.
It's really an angering that they just get to live in my house rent free.
Are they crepuscular?
They are. So they're most active during dawn and dusk.
Yeah.
Right? That's crepuscular. And so maybe that has something to do with it because those are such short windows of a day.
Yeah.
But I do notice that like that's why like you always see dog owners. They're like, oh yeah, I sleep with my dog every night. Mm-hmm. You know, I let them in. They're sleeping in my bed. You don't see that as much with cat owners because they're usually really active during those periods. My cats are bouncing around. Like I hear them 3 a.m. They're just playing with each other and dicking around. I'm just like, okay.
Don't do that in my bed.
You're not getting in here. You're not getting in here. You're just gonna play in my closet and just wreck everything. They sleep a lot though. Very jealous. They're living the life.
They like to find warm places that are soft. And then they go and sleep. That's their main jam. Yeah,
they if there's a sunbeam in the house coming through a window or something like that, they will detect it immediately and just stay there. Especially in my house because I generally keep it cool.
Yeah,
I have the AC running. I like it cool. And cats generally like temperatures 15 to 20 degrees warmer than humans.
But they have fur.
They have fur, which I'm not blaming them.
Yeah,
but
they do like warmth.
They will find
warmth.
Every bit. Yeah.
The kitty PC has been a success.
It has.
Although I am waiting for the day the girl jumps on it and it just all tips over.
So am I. I am definitely waiting for that. It will happen at some point. Maybe I'll include a clip of her jumping on if I can catch one because it's
spectacularly dangerous.
Yeah, it looks like an 8.0 earthquake. That stand is just not built for her weight. No. It's really not.
If it was just the PC or if it was just the cat, it'd
be
probably
fine.
Yeah,
be fine.
But both at once, it's sketchy.
It is. But maybe it's the springiness of that stand, like the bounciness of it that actually helps a little bit. Maybe
it could be. It could be.
It's like shock absorbing.
Instead of just like falling over.
Rigid, yeah, exactly. Meowing. Did you know this? Meowing is a development behavior for humans.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, they don't meow to other cats or other animals, unless they're kittens. Then they're just crying for whatever.
Right.
But once they grow up a little bit, like they only meow. It was developed because they needed to get humans' attention. Huh. So it's a sign of like really the domestication of cats over the years, over generations.
Semi-domestication.
Yeah. They're still much more wild animals than dogs.
Yeah.
But they realize that humans do not respond to the visual behavioral behaviors that they use for each other.
Right.
And so they're like, well, if I'm going to get fed by this thing, this flesh bag, this 6-foot flesh bag, he's got to know that I'm hungry. Yeah. And that's why the girl will meow at my door every morning at 7 a.m. and wake me up. She doesn't do that for any other animal. So I thought that was interesting. Meowing is for humans. They developed that because there's a great picture I saw online of a cat. Some dude petting a cat, like the cat looking up, and instead of a human head, it's just a can opener. It was really good.
Accurate.
That was really good. And then purring. Purring is another beautiful cat phenomenon that generally means that the cat is content and happy, relaxed. What is purring? How does it happen? What even is going on inside of a cat when it decides to make that music box hum the way it does? They're actually the voice box muscles. It's voice box. It's larynx. Whatever. No, whatever the hell. Voice box muscles are pulsating. They're contracting and relaxing at a really rapid rate, and that could be causing the purring sensation, the purring activity. It generally means that they're content, but it can also be a self-soothing mechanism to relieve pain or stress.
Interesting.
So I remember when my cat, the boy, came home one night and was beat up. This is the time I thought he almost died.
Yeah, he went out and tangled with something.
Tangled with some predator and lost the fight, clearly. He was filthy. He came back, and I started petting him, and he started growling at me. So I knew that something was wrong because he's never done that. Upon closer inspection, he had this huge bite, this injury to his leg.
He was mauled.
He was mauled, and his leg was in bad shape. And he was purring. And I was like, well, does that mean he's happy? He doesn't seem happy. But it could also be a way for them to self-soothe. And there's also theories that purring has healing properties, that it can help regenerate tissue and bone. Because it actually operates, purring is at 26 kilohertz or 26 hertz, which is the exact same frequency that's used for human therapy, human vibration therapy.
Interesting.
I didn't get any information on mushing, but I hate that shit. That's the worst.
What's mushing?
When the cat's, like when the boy like does this and he puts his claws in you, he's trying to get comfy, but he just starts like digging his claws into the blanket or your pants or your leg.
Yes.
It's almost a way of like nesting. I think he's like creating a nest in a way, a comfortable place for him to chill. But it's also, I don't clip their nails. It's my fault. But it also just feels like 10 tiny knives into your skin.
It is a little annoying
when he's trying to get comfy. And it's interesting because he does it, but the girl doesn't. You know what's another interesting fact that I learned about cats?
What's that?
They have handedness. So they can be left pawed or right pawed.
Okay.
Now, a third of cats are generally ambidextrous, much higher percentage than humans, but about a third of them are right pawed, and slightly more than a third of them are left pawed. And I tested this with my cats. I took a toy and put it up, and
they
I
have
documented
one paw they
which
prefer.
one they would paw it with, and they are both left pawed, which falls in line with the majority of cats.
Statistically. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that they had handedness. Kind of cool.
I just added a picture to the
What is this?
the notes. So back before the printing press, when you had monks copying like scripture and stuff by hand,
Yeah.
Somebody's hard work got a cat walking across it, and they were just like, screw it. I'm not redoing all this.
Yeah, cats have not changed. I don't think cats have changed in like 1,000 years. I think they're exactly the same type of assholes. I think they were equally, like maybe even more of assholes back then.
They've adapted to the point where we'll adapt to them, and they're just like, we'll meet you halfway.
Hardly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the second we started treating them like gods, they were like, dude, we got them in the bag.
Yeah.
Like we got them in the palm of our hands.
Yeah.
In the palm of our paws. Can we talk about some cat debates, Ian?
All right.
Some hot topic cat debates. First of all, I know that you've taken a liking to my cats and they've kind of changed your opinion on cats, but ultimately you were never really a cat person to begin with. And when it comes to the age-old debate of cats versus dogs, ultimately, which one do you find superior?
I feel like dogs have far more potential. Cats are cats.
Yeah.
Like there's a fairly low threshold for like what is the highest performing cat.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Versus dogs, they're exponentially more capable
For sure.
than cats.
Yep.
But on the flip side, they're much higher maintenance. And like if I had the time to give a dog the attention that it needed,
Right.
I think it would be great to have a dog.
Of course.
If I had the time to, feed and change the litter box for a cat,
You would do that too.
I would probably, that's the time I had, I would probably opt for that option
Yeah.
if I wanted a pet.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think there's a lot more you can just do with a dog. Like, I go hiking every now and then. I'd love to go hiking with my cats, but it would never happen. It would be the worst experience. We would all have a bad time.
Yeah.
But with a dog, you wouldn't even need a leash for most dogs. You could just, you're just rolling together. You're on the same page, having a great time. If I run, it runs with me.
Yeah. I think it's interesting because some people will kind of just let their cats be outdoor cats.
Yeah.
And then some people, they're always indoor cats.
Yeah.
But it's like your cats used to be outdoor cats, but now they can't go back to it. Like they're not
No.
psychologically.
Once the boy got really injured that one time.
Yeah.
And A, I feared for his life.
Yeah.
And B, veterinarian bills.
Yeah.
Once I saw that bill, I was like, you're never stepping foot outside again. Unless you can get a full-time job and start paying for this shit.
Right.
I think now they've been indoor for so long that they're so domesticated in terms of how much a cat can be domesticated that like they have no more survival skills. Like they would be toast on day one out in the wild.
Yeah.
The girl can hardly jump. She's just a loaf of blubber.
Yeah. She's, I'm surprised she can get on top of the PC actually.
Me too.
I didn't see her do it for like a month or two. And then finally she got up there and I was like, wow.
Yeah. She must think there's food up there or something. That's the only thing that would motivate
She's
her.
after that
enough.
warmth, man.
She really is.
But yeah,
She's ambitious when she wants to be,
but she is a hedonist.
So Mel and my girlfriend and I, we did the calculations if they were like based on what a normal cat's weight should be and versus what my cat's weights are.
Yeah.
How heavy that would translate into human terms. So if like a healthy weight for, 10-year-old adult cat is, let's say 130 pounds as a human, the girl is like 240 pounds.
Oh shit.
And the boy's maybe like 180 or something, 190. So she is really, really fat.
She
is so fat.
That is mega chunk.
I should probably cut off the tuna every now and then.
You're giving her tuna too?
No, it's like, like fish-based food.
Okay.
But I did give them some tuna the other day because I was eating tuna. I just took it out of the can, and they immediately just showed up. Both of them were like, "What's
I heard
up?"
a can open.
Like they both like sat in the stools, like they were like with their heads above the they were out of the bar. Yeah, they're like, "All right, let's go." And I gave them each like a tiny little plate of it, barely a few bites, and they just scarfed it down. They just like immediately looked back up at me like, "More." I'm like, "No, you guys. I already added the mayo and relish. You guys are on your own." So cats versus dogs. Yeah, dude. Dogs obviously superior in terms of like what you can do with them. Like, I think they're just more fun in general. They're more fun.
But they're more work.
They're more maintenance. They are more maintenance. Like I can go on a business trip for a couple days, and know that the cats are fine. They've got the automated feeder, the automated litter box, and they're chilling, especially if they have each other.
Right.
But a dog, like, no, every day you need someone to be there to walk the dog, to see the dog, to, be emotionally available for the dog. Like, it's like a baby.
Okay, so question.
Diet baby. What?
When are we going to start seeing robots that keep your dog company when you're away?
Interesting.
Because dogs need excitement, they need interaction, they need something to like release energy, like something to blow off steam?
I think it's gonna be a really long time until we can create a robot that a dog is convinced of.
Yeah.
Like, I think a robot can convince. Maybe it won't convince us, but we're a long way from convincing any living organism that there's another human here.
What if it's like a puppy that grows up with this robot?
Then obviously that's different, but that's not realistic. But
no, it's not.
Yeah, it's not realistic, but and that's also kind of up. Like, give me a puppy that was only raised with robot love.
Well, no, like
so that when I go away,
human interaction is included, but it's like it grows up with a robot for a sibling or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think that could help. It could provide some semblance of comfort.
Because some people have dogs that cannot be left alone. Like they will freak out and just like chew through walls, chew through doors.
Yes, I've seen
destroy houses.
100%.
And that's kind of terrible to have like a pet where you're like, I literally cannot leave this pet alone.
Right.
Or else terrible things happen.
I don't know. I think just because dogs and humans have been together for so long evolutionarily, that I don't think that a puppy would immediately take to a robot. You know what I mean? Because it's not evolutionarily trained with that.
Yeah, no, they're
you know what I mean?
So oriented towards humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, we'd have to get a lot better at making that convincing. What about shock collars? Other controversial topics that we're talking about with cat debates.
Who puts shock collars on their cats?
It's more of a dog thing that I've seen.
Yeah.
Right? When I hear shock collars, it's usually in reference to dogs. I don't think I've ever seen it. Dude, I think my mom told me that one of her friends or someone she knew would put mouse traps on her couch so that to prevent her cats from going on the couch. Which I was like, dude, those things hurt humans. Like, that hurts me. Like, I've gotten snapped by a cat trap. Or a rat trap. It sucks. For that to go on like a cat, that's fucked up.
I don't support that.
That sounds cruel, right?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Like, I get not wanting to have cats on your couch or whatever, but there's a bunch of different ways that you can do that in a less dickhole way.
Yeah, like especially if you come home to a cat that has a mouse trap on his
tail or paw. Like, dude, that's
yeah, because
no way.
If it was something that would just like make a loud noise and startle them,
that'd be enough.
And like shoot a poof of air at them.
Exactly, which they have.
They have that.
Yeah.
So don't put that. Yeah, don't put mouse traps on.
That's like
things.
Just I don't know. It seems like dickhole people like not knowing how to research that there might be a better option or a better solution, because there are solutions for that I could see older people not knowing that they even exist, and so like, well, like I'm desperate for a solution, and I just have to go based on what I know, which is very little compared to what the internet can offer. Yeah. And so they just like, I'm just gonna buy a mouse trap or whatever. It's like, but that's still, it's really fucked up. There's other like scented oils like lavender. They hate. They hate the scent of lavender, peppermint.
I don't like lavender either.
You might be a cat.
I might.
I like lavender. I don't mind lavender.
I had a bad experience with lavender. I used to like it. I think what it was is when I was younger, I had to vacuum as a chore, and somebody put like a big thing of lavender, like a sachet of lavender flowers in the vacuum bag. So it was like whenever I was vacuuming, I was smelling lavender and like dust. And
so it was a weird mixture.
So it was an association of lavender and chores and just
interesting.
Yeah, for some reason that ruined lavender for me, which is kind of a bummer because I used to I remember distinctly liking the smell of lavender, like especially like fresh lavender flowers.
Right. Oh, that's so interesting. At least it wasn't like they didn't put pizza in it or something and ruin pizza for you. That would have been tragic. At least it was just lavender. Like, that's way better.
Yeah. I mean, you can
live without lavender.
I can live a happy life without lavender.
Yeah.
It's doable.
God, if they put some some breadsticks in there. You'd be done for, dude.
I would. So I guess I got off easy on that one. But shock collars,
Nah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they make shock collars. Like, they're not actual electric shock collars. They have like little vibration, like buzzers in
More
them.
vibration, yeah.
And it's like if you have a dog that's barking,
I'm more okay with that.
and you're like, you want to distract them.
Yeah,
Not cause them pain.
Right.
But like break them out of their current behavior.
Exactly,
And like
yeah.
kind of reset them.
Yeah,
That seems like a reasonable thing.
for sure. Yeah, that's just like, hey, what's up? Like, just like kind of like knocking them on the, like, just tapping.
Remote cattle prod?
Yeah, dude.
No.
Especially because like one of the features of those things is like how high a voltage it can go up to.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like ultimate shock. Like, this will definitely get them in line. It's like, that shouldn't be a bonus. Like,
I mean, have you seen
that
people?
should be a marketing.
Have you seen videos of people putting on dog shock collars?
No, I'd probably be terrified to watch those.
Well, it's actually pretty hilarious because somebody will put one on and then they'll be like,
oh, they put on themselves?
yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
then
that would
they're
be
like-
funny. That'd be funny.
They're like, no. And then they make a louder noise and they're like, ah. And then because it's a feedback loop because every time they scream from shock, it triggers another shock. It's actually pretty hilarious.
How does it feel, asshole?
Yeah.
I mean, that should tell you everything.
Yeah.
Like, just, that's not cool.
Yeah. So
There's way cooler ways to discipline your dog or cat.
right.
How do you feel about declawing?
It's not a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Because as much as I would like your cats to not have claws,
Right.
I also don't like the idea of essentially amputating like the first
Digit
part
of their finger.
yeah,
Yes.
which is what I understand declawing to be.
Yes. That's exactly what it is.
And it's like, I feel like if declawing a cat in a way would be like the same as telling me I can never carry a knife again.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you've completely removed my ability for self-defense.
Yeah.
You've like it's a God-given right that I should just have.
It's
That I was born with.
Yeah. It's
Like the
natural
cats. The cats were born with claws. It's not like they stole the claws. It'd be different if they stole the claws. Be like, no, we want those claws back.
if they enhance themselves to have claws.
Yeah, right.
Then I'd be like, okay, well, we're taking that away from
I'm
you.
shutting this shit down.
Right.
But also, it's like
they're built in.
by declawing them, not only is it inhumane and very painful, from what I've heard, to cats, and can permanently change their behavior
Yeah.
once they go through it because it is a trauma.
Yeah.
It can permanently affect their behavior. Not only that, but it also leaves them completely defenseless if they get out into the backyard in the wild, which happens all the time. They come
Right.
outside and they have no way to defend themselves anymore. That's their one line of defense. Yes, they can bite, but their claws are really
That's their main weapon.
that's their bread and butter.
Yeah.
So there's a multitude of reasons why I feel like it's inhumane. It's like, dude, if you really want a cat and you're thinking about declawing, how about just don't get a cat? Get a different animal.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, like, would you have a kid, but then remove its voice box because you just can't stand screaming or crying, incessant crying? Like, that's crazy. Like, that's what it sounds like.
Several psychopaths out there were like, "Oh, that's actually a pretty good
Do you
idea."
know what?
Like,
Taking notes right now.
I'm having a hard time getting this kid to shut up. If I just remove their ability
voice
to make
box.
sound, okay, yeah, done.
Vocal cords gone. Yeah, don't declaw your cats, people. Let the cats be cats. And there are, I definitely have things around my house to help with that. Like,
Yes.
I've got like plastic pieces around my couch so they don't claw that, and then also like scratch posts.
I'm impressed with how well your couch
couch.
has stood up.
Really, I mean, it's white and it's a nice couch, and it doesn't look like a cat owner owns it.
No.
It's almost perfect.
Yeah.
When I really like look at it and like if I clean it and stuff, it looks perfect because there are easy ways to protect it, to cat proof a piece of furniture, which I've learned.
At least make it cat resistant. I mean,
Cat resistant. I'll say cat
if
resistant.
you have a determined cat, it's hard to cat proof something.
I am lucky with decent cats. They're pretty
Yeah.
good.
They do go after the scratching posts.
Yes, they do. If you can keep them distracted well enough, then your life is going to be a lot easier.
Yeah.
But some people just they don't want to spend the time or effort, and they just want the easiest possible solution. And unfortunately, sometimes the cats pay the price for that.
Cool, bro.
What's going on with cat experiments and studies? Zero G cats? What is going on with zero G cats? We're talking about cats in space now?
Uh-huh.
Have they actually sent cats to space?
Pretty sure.
Really?
They've sent dogs. They've sent monkeys. I'd be surprised if they hadn't sent a cat.
I know dogs and monkeys. I feel like a cat would just bring the whole operation down. The cat would just hijack the rocket and take it to Catnip Planet.
Okay, so here's a link for you.
Lay it on me.
Okay, so they took cats onto the Vomit Comet, which is a zero G simulator,
Right.
not actual outer space.
I mean, my cats already throw up on my rug enough in perfectly fine Gs. I can't imagine that the performance in zero G was much better.
So the cats do this thing where they land on their feet.
Yeah.
And they have a really sophisticated reflex that lets them twist around in midair so that they will land on their feet.
Right.
So they were like, okay, this is a pretty cool feature. Let's see what happens when we put them in free fall. And they don't do so well.
These poor kitties.
Because they're all their reflexes are telling them I'm falling.
Yeah.
But they don't have
ability.
like the visual stimulus or the wind going through their whiskers.
Right.
Anything that tells them what direction they're falling.
Right.
So their instincts are telling them get your feet under you so that you can land on your feet.
Yeah. They're
But
just
they don't
completely
have-
lost. They have zero calibration.
Right. They don't have any of the sensory input to respond correctly to their reflexes. So they're just
Which just results in them looking hilarious.
it does.
It just absolute
They're just
bonkers.
flopping around.
Just clinging to whatever they can
Yeah.
for dear life to like have some stability.
Hanging in there.
So good, dude.
Yep.
Oh god.
Wait, now there's okay.
This
So
is amazing. I've
so-
never even seen this.
yeah, so this
is
is
so
this
good.
is this is the simple demo. Like you grab a cat, you turn it upside down, you drop it, whoop, goes right to his feet.
Of course, yeah.
No biggie.
Yep.
All right, now let's do that without gravity. Different results.
Oh my god. Instead it's just wiggling.
Yeah.
It's just wiggle. It's trying to get around, but it can't because there's no gravity to help it. It looks like a bird flapping. Are those birds?
Okay,
those are birds.
those are birds. Those birds are confused as hell.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, what is even like with a bird?
It's science, man. It's for science.
No, I know, but I mean, like, it must be so trippy to be a bird trying flying in zero G.
Oh yeah.
Oh
totally.
my, dude, that's another level of confusion, dude. Oh my god! If you guys are just listening, you can't watch this. Look up "Cats in Space." It is worth your time. It's hilarious.
Cats in zero gravity.
Cats in zero G.
So yeah, cats they rotate around their spine and they use their tail. Like they
use their
they
tail.
have this really sophisticated
Right.
kind of acrobatic move they do to bring their legs down underneath them.
Are squirrels the same way? I think there's
I
another.
think squirrels kind of, but they're also just so light that it's like, once you're small enough, like you can't drop an ant and have it go splat.
Yeah. Right.
But you can drop a whale and it will definitely splat.
For sure.
And cats you can I don't know if a cat can splat, but
it's not necessarily size. It's like it's something about their biology.
Yeah, their biology is bring the legs underneath, and then they have like this extra shock absorbance. Like they have like Baja 500 like racing
springs.
suspension.
Yeah.
For shock absorbing.
Right.
Where they can just drop from 8 stories and just
Yeah. I
absorb
remember
that shock.
when I used to live in Roland Heights and I was living with a bunch of other dudes. This is around the time when I got my cats. Mm-hmm. And they were kittens at the time. and I was very used to just like yeeting them across the room. I'd be
throw-
like, get
throw
out
them
of here,
on the
just for
couch.
fun or whatever.
Yeah.
It was just fun because like whatever, they would land on their feet. It was no
Mm-hmm.
problem. I just yeet them across the room and stuff, and it was fun. And I remember one of my roommates had a dog. It was a Chihuahua, and it was barking up at my door one day. And I was like, get out of here, Bianca. And I like opened my door, and I just, without thinking, I just like yeeted the dog down the hall, thinking it would land on its feet like my cats. And the poor dog, just ate shit. It looked like it broke all 4 of its legs at the same time. I mean, it was fine. It was fine, but it looked really bad. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, I can't do that. I can't do that.
That's a dangerous habit.
This is a cat thing. This is clearly a cat thing. It's not
Dogs
a dog
don't
thing.
work that way.
Let's not do that again with dogs.
Okay. I
Wait,
have.
Let me use the bathroom really quick,
All right.
and we will be right back. Okay. So I've heard that you have a cat rant to go off on.
It was building up in me like a couple of weeks ago,
Uh-huh.
and I had to just commit it to paper, like write it down,
Oh, really?
because I use Reddit
Yeah.
and I enjoy it, but here's my rant.
Okay.
There are too many cats on Reddit. There are.
Whoa, that you realize the implications of what you're saying.
I'm putting myself out on a limb here,
Okay.
but here's the thing: is I don't. If I wanted,
All of Ian's opinions are his own.
look, there is no shortage of cat content to be found wherever you go on the internet. But when I'm on Reddit, I'm not there for cats.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been systematically blocking subreddits from appearing in my feed that are cat specific.
Really?
And I will go through some of them because there are so many that it's just like half of the, if I didn't do that, half the stuff I saw would just be cats.
Which, honestly, I am perfectly okay with. I feel like cats are one of the few things I enjoy seeing on the internet. There are so many things that bum me out on the internet. News, crazy stories, terrible things. Like, cats are like, that's like my refuge.
I can totally understand.
My whole Instagram feed is just cats. My whole feed, my whole algorithm is just like you like cat videos. Like, that just makes me happy. If I'm gonna be on social media and just destroy my time on a phone, I want it to at least be some cool cat videos.
That's totally understandable.
But you obviously feel different.
That's
and-
your preference.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Is it specific types of cat content that?
Yeah, it's just okay. Well, I wrote a whole list.
Yeah.
Okay, because these are individual, and these aren't necessarily the exact names of the subreddits, but these are like so specific
Okay.
that is just like, okay, there's a subreddit for fat cats, black cats, loud cats, ginger cats, tuxedo cats, long cats, cat names, dog ass cats.
Wait, I don't
sexy
even feel like
cats.
I see that many cats. Like, are you subscribed to these subreddits at all?
No, they're just
being populated in
they're
your
just
feed.
if I'm looking at the front page,
Okay.
the list continues.
Dude, you know what I've been doing? I only go to Reddit now in incognito mode because I hate the fact that Reddit is like curating an algorithm for me. I just like to be completely anonymous on Reddit, so I'm just getting a very unbiased perspective on whatever's on the front page. Do you feel like it's because generally you were watching more cat content on Reddit in the past, and it was just all right,
No,
let's
it's
double
just,
down on
it's
this?
just whatever is popular is what I'm browsing through.
Yeah,
And cats are popular.
yeah.
They're incredibly popular.
Incognito, not many cats, I will say, at least in my experience.
Fair enough.
Not enough cats. Maybe a
mean,
dearth of cats.
There's if you go onto Reddit and you want a specific type of cat,
I don't doubt that. They got it.
there's just I have blocked like almost 24 subreddits specifically to cats, and the one that's like aw, like
Oh yeah.
aw,
Oh
it's 90% cats.
yeah, for sure.
I'm borderline on blocking that one too.
Sure. Yeah. That's fair. I mean, you do go on Reddit a lot more than I do.
Yeah.
And there are valid points to having like a personalized feed and stuff.
But really, for me, what was mind blowing was just how many subreddits there are specific to cats.
Yeah, it is really like an epidemic that's taken over the internet.
Because the list goes on. I can keep going if you want.
No. I mean, please. Like, what are the most? I guess
these are just all examples of subreddits specific to cats that I've blocked. So I left off at sexy cats.
Okay, that sounds just weird.
Which was unfortunately a furry thing.
Okay, I was gonna say
that I didn't have any interest in seeing.
Sure.
Tactical cats, violent cats, big cats, small cats, cat girls, cats with jobs, cats in boxes.
I like cats with jobs. Cats with jobs is fun.
I just went on a rampage of blocking these cats.
You just got so turned. You just got fed up.
I just block.
Damn.
Cats, asshole cats.
I wonder how much of that is because like, you know, the algo's just listening into your phone anytime you and I are at home and just talking about the cats, because we talk about like it's a frequent topic.
Yeah.
That comes up on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Talking about the cats.
It's true.
So maybe Reddit's just like, this guy loves cats. He just wants just open the floodgates on this dude.
It could be.
But yeah, I'll admit there is such a thing as too much cats. You know?
Define too many cats. Or too much cats.
Well, once you've got like cat girl subreddit on your feed, I think that's when you've crossed the line.
Yeah.
It's time to start bunkering down and making some changes.
It does feel a little hypocritical to say that, given the state of what's going on up here.
That we are both wearing cat ears.
Nothing against people who love their cats and, you know, love sharing them, and people who love enjoying and exchanging all that stuff. That's just I don't go to the internet for cats. They just they just come at me.
Yeah. And I think on the topic of blocking every cat subreddit, we can close out this episode of honoring cats by saying thank you for watching this episode of Super Special. It's been a good one. It's been cat-tacular. Glad we were able to do this. Thank you, Ian, for being here as always. Thank you, guys. Please, if you haven't already, rate us on Amazon, Spotify, Apple, anywhere you can, anywhere you get our podcast. Please rate us and like us there. It helps us a lot for the YouTube algorithm, for the platform algorithm, rather, and it helps us in the search rankings, the SEO, so that we can be more discoverable for new listeners and that sort of thing. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys next week.
Keep it feline.
Baby. Keep it feline. Keep it feline. I like that.
Yeah, I like to go out with a good closer.
Yeah,
that was mine today. Because I
out with a meow.
I feel bad because, you know, it was a whole episode to honor cats. And I've had this rant. I'm not shitting on them. I've just had this rant brewing inside of me for like 3 weeks.
Ultimately, it was anti-cat.
It was, and it's like, you know
you
what?
Decided to share on the cat episode.
It fits the theme. We're talking about cats.
It was technically a pro-cat episode. You know, we were like here to celebrate.
Was I
celebrate our friends?
Was I articulably anti-cat?
No, you were just no. You
I was
weren't. You were just like
anti-cat content.
No, you weren't. You were very like, you know, very very polite about it. Like, I've just had enough of these. We need to shut this. We just need to shut this shit down.
At least for me, I don't want other people to not have access to their cat pictures.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't want to be wading through it. God damn. I don't hate cats. I'm just tired of all the cats on the internet.
Let's stop before we do any more damage. All right. We're out.
I don't know.
I can't look at you anymore. You take those cat ears off. You don't deserve them.